look up, there's a new life waiting. Your head's buried in the sand.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Road to EGX Qualifier 2. We're going to be getting into the grand final between Elysium Gaming and Fireborn, not Firestorm or Fireyawn or Firetorn, Fireborn. I am John Allen, and with me once again is Dave Marr. How you doing?
Pretty good, thank you so much. You looking forward to a good grand final?
I hope so. I mean, the draft is just about to get underway. Both teams need to ready up, and then we'll be able to get straight into the match. So both these teams so far have not dropped a map in the tournament. They were both seeded at the top. They both, were pegged to go straight to the final, and they've done just that. So hopefully we should see some quality content coming out from these teams.
Yes, so if you didn't know, Elysium Gaming firstly beat Team Silverlife 2-0, and then they beat Team Descend 2-0 to make it to the grand final. Meanwhile, on the other side, we had Fireborn Gaming. They took the Mercs 2-0, a quite comfortable win. And then most recently, last on the stream, we saw them fight Team Penguin Overlords with a swift 2-0 as well. So both teams are, one team's going to drop a map, their first map, and it is the grand final. So the grand prize for this is some lovely EGX tickets, and of course, what I want to call it, spot in the grand final tournament on the Sunday.
So Fireborn Gaming are loaded up, just waiting on Elysium to get in, and then we'll be getting it underway. So the draft has gone underway. Route 66, Hollywood, Oasis being banned, Numbani as well. So and Temple of Anubis, leaving Kings Row, the pick that I think we've seen every single game so far. Still on the cards.
Yeah, so I'm expecting it's going to be really interesting. I think maybe Kings Row could get actually banned this time, because now both teams have played it so much. Maybe they know what's going to actually happen. And of course, it's a best of 5, so you really got to think of your map pool and what's going on. So they're going to ban Fireborn, are going to ban Nepal. Well, you've got Elysium Gaming going to ban Inos, so it's going to be quite interesting.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, we did see Ilios once, and the only capture point we saw, it was kind of a one-way street. Fireborn coming in and kind of wiping TPO out mostly. I would be excited to see a double capture point. Volskaya Industries getting banned away, of course. Hanamura still on the cards. I can always hope. But
I could actually see Hanamura. Yeah, there we go. So Hanamura is definitely going to be in the map pool. Now it's just a choice of what do Fireborn want to play first. It's like, do they want to stick with their traditional Kings Row? Like, they've been playing that quite a lot for their first map, or maybe an Eichenwald.
I wouldn't be surprised to throw a curveball out. Yeah, Eichenwald does go first. And it's really going to come down to the versatility of the team comps coming in here, because you're going to see a lot of different types of map here, because we've got Eichenwald, which is the hybrid, Kings Row, and Kings Row obviously being the other hybrid here. We've got Dorado, which is just a straight up payload map, Lijiang, which is the control point, and Hanamura, which is the double capture. And well, both hybrids are going to be coming on the cards first. Eichenwald and Kings Row in that order. So now it's down to which other type of map do you want to play?
Yeah, so you've got a 2-point, you've got a hybrid, and you've got a control. So what would you like to see? So they're going to go for control. They want to play this control. I think maybe if they can get the first 2 maps, and they might close it out. So that means your grand final is going to be Eichenwald, Kings Row, Legion Tower, Hanamura, and Dorado.
Awesome. So third map. So we're certainly going to see the first three, and we might see Hanamura. I'm really excited to see a double capture point. It's my favorite type of map, although maybe not as competitive. It just kind of it feels nice to me across a lot of things. So we're going to get underway with Eichenwald. Once the players are ready, we will be loading straight in once we get our observer in the lobby. There we go. Should be in now. Right. Both teams are seemingly ready. So it's Eichenwald, Kings Row, Lijiang Tower, Hanamura, Dorado. Do you have a favorite going into this, or do you think it's going to be quite an equal map? How many maps do you think we're going to see?
I wouldn't be surprised. I could see at least going 4. I don't think it'd be very interesting. I don't think it's going to be a 3-0, but I don't think we've also seen the full capacity of Elysium Gaming yet. I think they've had pretty good games, but I think they could I think it's going to be a momentum based scenario. I think if Elysium Gaming run out with a quick 2-0, then I think it's going to be a quick 3-0. But this is essentially Fireborn Gaming's picks, so I think they need to show why they picked them and why they're really strong on them. But we're going to load into the first map. It's going to be Eichenwald. This is going to be your first map of your grand final between Elysium Gaming.
Elysium, yeah.
Yeah, I keep saying Elysium. Elysium Gaming and Fireborn Gaming.
Yeah. I always remember it's Elysium because I think there was a map back in, I think it was SSX Tricky. There's a very old, I say very old, not that old, a really old game on the PlayStation 2, and there was a Elysium Alps. That was the name of one of the slopes. I remember that, and it was one of my favorite courses. But sidetrack. Let's get back into the game.
Yeah. So Elysium Gaming are gonna be on your attacking side first. So let's, as you can see, we've got War Spirit, Cyrus, Mr. Beck, Holly, Izzy, and Boss. While on the blue side, it's Fireborn Gaming. It's going to be Bobo, Pez, Shovs, Niles, Brax, and Ornstein. What are you expecting out of this?
A pause to start off with. They're just testing the pause. No,
just testing it.
I'm expecting that we might see some off-meta picks because we've got on the attack for Elysium Gaming. I hope we see a Sombra. I also hope that we see an Orisa. Those are two picks that I want to see come out at least once, or at least for a little bit of time from one of these two teams on Eichenwald. Obviously, with that new side portion being that new sort of secondary entrance, being opened up, it does give a little bit of ground. But as we were talking about before the games today, a lot of teams won't really go for that because it is a lot more filtered than potentially going over the bridge, but they are going to start to step up, and a very passive hold going out onto the site, so then opting to hold on the site rather than anywhere else. That's interesting that they've opted to do that, as a defense is going to start off with a traded kill going across.
What I find it really interesting, I think as well, that Tracer's sort of becoming a staple now in the game, like for a lot of players as well.
Yeah, it's a new sort of thing that's come through. It's a lot of distraction, a lot of flanking going across, and well, it seems like she's going to work on the defense as they are able to repel that first push. But I'm not sure how this passive hold is going to go for them, as they are going to just allow Elysium to just push straight onto the point, and they have to get that initiative and get back to the point quickly. Do both have those Winston picks on, and they are going aggressive with them. One does get taken down. Bobo able to close that one out. Mr. Beck trades it back onto Pez. Those shots from the Zenyatta, the orbs landing. Shovox pick it up, and they're just going back and forth right now. 1 kill apiece. Dashes coming out from both Genjis. Polly finding 2 kills, trying to pick up a third on towards Niles, but Bobo is going to take Mr. Bex out in the back. And once more, the defense seems to be holding strong. Maybe they've got onto something with this holding on the point.
Yeah, so remember, this is Fireborn's Gaming pick as well, so they might be maybe more like have better strategies or have a better setup of what they want to do on this map compared to Elysium Gaming. But I think it's going to be pretty good. I think Elysium just need to wait a little bit. They've got the ult advantage as well going into the next fight with Cyrus and Polly available for their ults, and Winston's going to be available any second as well.
Well, they are opting to go for a round the side approach. They are going to go full front in there. There's Dragon Blade getting dropped. Bobo finds one to start with, but Polo is there. Pulse Bomb finds one as well. Now, both teams lost 2 players so far. Trades not quite coming through just yet. They need to keep putting down that damage if they want to continue on to this point. Cyrus able to take down Ornstein. That's going to be a crucial pick on towards the defense as they continue to push on towards the point. Bobo now needs to be taken down, and he does just that with Boss Ruse able to land the Helix rockets on towards him, and they are going to continue to wipe out the defending forces. They have got 6 players all on the point, and they are going to be able to take this first point and continue on by pushing this payload.
Yeah, it's a lovely group play as well coming out of Elysium Gaming. The combination of Polly and Cyrus seems to be becoming a big pain for them. They can't deal with the War Spirit as well. He's doing just enough damage with also Mr. Beck. Keep constantly dropping these Discord orbs. So not only that, you've got knowledge of where the players are going to be, or where they're going to be, as well as Cyrus is doing complete work in the back right now.
They're just running a brilliant distraction and able to push the cart through the first arch. So the choke that they're probably going to be looking to hold is under this bridge, but Cyrus makes sure Niles doesn't have a position there. He is going to be a very important player, especially with this environmental possibilities, as Lucio, of course, the range of the boot has been increased.
Has been spotted out. Soldier's going to go down. No, Cyrus picking up Ornstein, and here we go. And War Spirit's going to come in.
Coming in the back. Polly finds 2 very quickly, and a third to top it all off. And they are going to continue on, and all of a sudden the attacking forces, leaving 2 on the cart, able to just completely wipe the enemy team. But look at the ultimates.
Yeah, so the ultimates are going to be in favour of Fireborn at Gaming. A cheeky little spray down coming from Polly there. But I do believe, I can't see Fireborn maybe not attacking this side. It's going to be just a 2... don't know, actually. Grab Surge is going to come into effect. Multiple ults are coming into play. That, as it has not been captured just yet for the 3rd point. Ults flying everywhere as Bobo and Ornstein are going to pick up 1. Brad's going to pick up 3. Trades are going back and forth, but just like that, 6 full white going in favour of Fireborn Gaming, and they're going to quickly not only gain time back, but just cut them out.
But I mean, look at how many ults they did use. They had 5 on the board. They've only got 1 now, and that's the new ult on Shovox. If they go for a fight now, Polly can charge it up very, very quickly. Boss Ruse might be able to get a little bit of an advantage. Or, I mean, not too much, but on this bridge as well, if they pick up that Lucio, manage to get a pick off onto someone like Zarya, or maybe even Anna, they are going to have such a massive advantage when it comes to taking this fight, and they are going to opt to go around the back. They're taking the fight towards the top of the bridge, towards the doors. They haven't managed to get any picks off just yet, but Boss Ruse is going to be on the back dealing all that damage. Izzy and Cyrus find them, but 2 kills traded back off. Even trade so far, pushing the payload up the bridge, trying to find those picks, and there we go. They start to push it in. 2 kills going over. War Spirit UK and Cyrus both finding them, and Izzy is able to take Shovox down as well. They are just struggling for this kill onto Bobo now. If they can get that, they can push the cart in, and they will be able to take the 2nd point. Does go down. The Pulse Bomb finds Mr. Beck, but the first point does get captured, and they are going to have to push in through.
Oh, beautiful bomb.
The Pulse Bomb doesn't manage to get the kill.
They did a lot of damage, how it was in...
Wait, hang on a minute. Polly just killed Shovox with his reflected fire strike.
That's brilliant. I know. I think Zenata helped out the Reinhardt there, so that's why it stayed alive. However, just now, they're just starting to roll. Elysium Gaming are just getting rolling as Niles is trying to stay alive as Delicio being forced all the way back in the spawn. However, Mr. Beck is going to take him out with Anna. This is the problem now. Elysium Gaming have such a great hold, and it's a very hard place to break down if you are Fireborn Gaming. I think the Nano Boost has come into the potential soldier. Yes, it has gone onto a soldier. Niles trying to stay alive on the payload right now. It's going to be one of the last people in there combined with Bobo. However,
Tactical Visor is going to come through. Sound Barrier going to be starting to shield up. And there we go. There's the Graviton Surge from the Respawn Zarya. Niles able to pick off one. Cyrus trades it back, and they are going to keep trying to go for this push. Cyrus doing so much damage in the backlines as Brackets takes his own life. Cyrus finds Niles as well, and he's just dashing around. It's Genji, and it's no longer going to be Hold coming out for Fireborn, and they are going to lose that first round. They have to go for all 3 points, otherwise they're going to take a loss here on Iconwall.
Yes, so it was pretty good from both sides. Just in the end, I think Elysium Gaming just had too much momentum going into that final push. They gained the ultimates a lot quicker overall. So in the end, it was just flooding. It was just constant flooding from Fireborn, but flooding in 1 by 1 is not going to unfortunately get you the hold. And I think it's fairly close right now, John. It's fairly close. I would like to see how Fireborn are going to do, especially on this second side.
We have got a Twitter poll up over on @EGX_esports, and currently the vote is 56% to Elysium Gaming, 44% to Fireborn. So the predictions are relatively even from a couple of people. I just tip it in the favor of Elysium, kind of in the same vein as that vote. They've obviously been watching too much Monty Python with the Synchronized Suicide Squad. And they're going to be respawning in, going on the defense. We'll see if they do actually opt to, instead of doing that, actually defend the first point. I don't think it was a wise decision to hold so far back on this first point, because you've got so much power and control over that first arch that it kind of feels weird to not try and go for it and try and hold there. Just strong choke, and it just, I
haven't seen anyone fly over either. No one's decided to fly over the houses yet, which is kind of shocking for me. Like maybe a Pharah or a D.Va could get over there, or even a Winston, just cause maybe a distraction from the front door. Because right now everyone's just trying to challenge under the bridge, and I think right now that could be an issue. But here we go once again, second side. It's already on the point. See you later, Tracer.
Oh yeah, nice pick off from Ornstein, as he is able to take off Tracer. Cyrus able to get the kill back, but Shovox finds one as well. Cyrus continues his killing spree as War Spirit UK chimes in. Cyrus as well, landing those Helix rockets. He's got 3 kills in this engagement so far. War Spirit is going to finish off Brackets, and they are just going to hold that defense very, very strong so far. And, well, Fireborn Gaming have their work cut out.
Yes, it was good. The switch as well, the McCree to the Tracer. It's really simple, get 1 stun, a quick headshot, that's the Tracer eliminated. So I like the switch as well. I still think it's going to be a case of ultimate builds for this first point, as the Pez is almost got the nano boost already available. As Bobo and Niles are going to pick up 1 kill each, with Bobo trying to stay alive.
Oh, there we go, Sound Barrier. Ultimate's coming across, Graviton Surge on the point. They are going to try and find all these picks, both nano boosts going across, and there it is. Izzy finds it first, a War Spirit cleans up 2. The defense, once more, going to be stalwart here on Iconworld. They are going to be pushed back, and it's just Ornstein left. The Lone Ranger is going to have to, well, wait for the rest of his team, so he isn't so lone anymore. It
was very good counters as well from Elysium Gaming. What they did was they popped the Lucio. So nano boost came out of Fireborn, Lucio dropped the ultimate, dropped the B, then you had Reinhardt getting nano boosted, and then just after all that as well, the self-destruct. So a lot of ults did come into play, but that, of course, another lovely hold coming in.
Yeah, Polly's going to continue that record as he managed to find the pulse bomb kill onto the back. Bobo goes down. Brackets able to finally close it out, but they're going to be dissuaded from going for another push just yet. Look at the ultimate charge, though. You've got Ornstein and Niles and Bobo all having their ults available on this next attack.
Yeah, so I won't be surprised if this is going to be quite a big flood. They've still got time. They've got a minute and a half remaining, so there's still quite a while to go. However, this is quite a good set. I like the setup as well with the D.Va and the Reinhardt combination. High Noon is going to come into effect. However, I don't think he's going to be able to connect with anything is not. D.Va is going to get knocked out of her mech as War Spirit is going to have to
visor. Coming on the back line, Cyrus is going to find one kill onto Shobox, find a second onto Niles, and they are going to continue to just pick off the attacking forces here. Pez going to be trying his best to heal everyone up, but Cyrus able to take down Bobo, and once more the defense is going to be strong, and well, Fireborn looking weak so far. First
oh, what a rocket onto Pez. Cyrus, this rocket. I think just natural predictions going. Like Soldier's position, or how Cyrus is right now, he's got so clear way. You can see the whole map, you can see where everyone's coming. He also can guide his team of where the main pushes are going to come in.
Nano boost onto Ornstein on the Genji as they are going to continue their push. The Pulse Bomb sails wide. This could be good right now for Fireborn Gaming as they continue to go for the push. There's the reverse Nano boost. Earth Shatter finds a lot of its targets, and there we go. They start cleaning out the attackers. Nano boost is going to run out on both, and Cyrus, War Spirit UK, and Polly going to be just cleaning house here. Now it's just 1 or 2 players left. They clean them out, they push them back. No seconds left on the clock, fire at will, but it's not going to be anything to be sniffed at as Fireborn take an early dip here. Elysium coming out really strong so far.
Yes, indeed. It was a lovely first game. Fireborn did get some good momentum going, however, Elysium Gaming just too strong, and as you can see, your player of the game going to Ornstein.
See where it is. He's up top, around the back, drops the nano visor, or sorry, the tactical visor, and he just peppers the back line. Fair enough. A lot of damage going across, able to do so much work there, and he just keeps on cleaning it up. He's been spectacular so far in this matchup, and they can continue to do more work going ahead. And look at that, the cards telling a story of that round.
Yes, the cards do say it all. Completely on the red side right now, and my concern is that was Fireborn's pick, so that's a very big concern. So what's going on?
Yes. So next we are going to see Kings Row. Obviously, both these teams have had a lot of experience today on Kings Row, and before today, they know exactly what that map's about. They're going to have those strats prepared, and I think maybe Fireborn might be able to play that to their advantage a little bit more. They're going to have to put Bobo getting those crucial picks on that trace around the back, and see if they can use Ornstein's Soldier to great advantage, and maybe they'll come out with something big in this next matchup. I just take a notice of the icons in the lobby. I don't think you guys on stream can see this, but you know, it's a very strong showing in terms of
top 500s all round going on.
Yeah, they certainly know what's going on. So hopefully we'll be getting underway in Kings Row as soon as possible. Teams readying up. They are going to be getting us into the game. So Kings Row, as we said, very familiar territory. Obviously, being
this has been played every time.
I know what's going on. I mean, it wouldn't, as I said, it wouldn't be a UK tournament if it wasn't Kings Row every time.
Indeed, it can't be a UK tournament without Kings Row in every single map pool. I think we should just have a tournament of Kings Row. Just have
what would we call it? Crown the King of the Row. I don't know, something like
that. The King's Row.
The King's Argument.
You could use that one, indeed.
Prince's Spat. There we go.
But I think this is going to be very interesting for both sides, only because they played. This is probably the most played map they've had out of the whole tournament so far.
Yeah, I think Ornstein on that Widow is going to be that early pick, watching for those aggressive plays, and I'm actually quite excited. I don't know, probably not, but is he going to stick on that Symmetra? Not too sure.
Gunman's suggesting UK fight for the Queen. I like that, especially. That would be a pretty one.
So Izzy is going to swap off that Symmetra onto the Lucio. I would have been quite excited to see that. I quite like Symmetra. It's one of those heroes that if they get rolling, they can just steamroll the entire team. But maybe they'll just be able to shut it down. I imagine we'll see everyone but Ornstein change and brackets as well.
I like this idea of Niles. like Niles on the Hanzo. You got Hanzo and a Widow. So
okay,
that's two snipers.
Fair enough. They are going to bring that straight out. So they are going to be going for those long-range poke damage and seeing what they can do. And we're going to see the Tracer match up around the side. Polly and Bobo. And there's the Winston jumping in just to ruin all the fun.
So I like this idea as well. They're going to all decide to push up top as well. Lovely control from Niles as well on the Lucio, bouncing around everywhere. Making sure everyone stays in that radius of Lucio as well. Which I think has become so key recently with regards to Lucio. If you're not in that radius, like the radius got cut out so much that teams have been forced to change their strategies.
Well, Polly is going to pick up Pez on the back and dash straight onto the point, so the attack is going to falter a little bit. No supports and no mech is going to mean that, well, Elysium aren't going to be looking so strong here. The defense has pulled all the way back to the arch, but they don't really have that much ground. But look at the flank that's coming in from the Winston, from the D.Va as well, as Polly is able to take down Pez once again. They've deprived them so many times so far of this Ana that they really don't have a foot to stand on. Finally, D.Va's going to go up and start dealing with that Winston flank, and they are going to start to repel the aggression.
Yeah, so Polly's been doing this all tournament long. He's just been sitting up top in the other, essentially in the other team's base. He just loves being in the little building to the left, and it's very frustrating. Oh, Tracer Bomb got cancelled out though by D.Va's defensive mechanism there, so no Tracer Bomb this time.
No, not quite, but they are going to go in nonetheless. Here we go. Sound Barrier and Dragon Blade getting used. Tactical Visor dropping Ornstein almost immediately. No kills going over for that, so they are going to push the attack back once again. And Fireborn Gaming are yet again not able to get a foot in on the first point. 2 minutes left on the clock. 4 or 5 pushes left. Let's see how many they can make work.
Yeah, so just waiting. Fireborn are just waiting right now for everyone to regroup. Maybe they're going to dive in straight away with the Winston. I like this idea as well, taking the high ground as well. But quite equal right now, I think. It's just going to be a case of ults coming into play. So Boost is going to come into play. Bobo's going to take out Cyrus, and Nano boosted Winston for the first time today, which can be very frustrating. Self-destruct mechanism, but great use of the shield as well, as 2 players are going to go down. And looks like Fireborn might be able to get this point if they can take out Izzy, which they have done. They need just a dimmer in the back. Well,
there they go. That's the only push they needed to make work, and they certainly did that. They're all on the point. War Spirit trying to contest, is able to do so for a little bit, but Ornstein makes short work of that, landing the headshot with the Shuriken, and they are going to get taken down now. Polly on that. Well, Tracer's going to get taken down as well, and they do manage to cap this point. A couple of kills going over, but they are going to continue the skirmish in towards the street, and Ornstein is going to start to clean up, leading the charge. Brackets as well, able to pick off one, and they have been sent running all the way back down the road, and, well, they're going to be able to push this cart relatively far. Payload going to be posing a significant threat here to Elysium Gaming.
Yeah, so Elysium Gaming had a big fault on that one. So they sent they sent Polly to try and contest the point, but Polly got shut down, and as Polly got shut down, Izzy and Cyrus are way out of position there, and they both got taken out. So this is going to be a big problem as well. So they're going to have such a long rewind. But Dragon Blade is going to come into play. Orstein's going to take out 2. Meanwhile, Boss is going to trade it back with 2 kills of their own. Bobo is going to take out Boss, and trades are going to go back and forth, John.
They just continue to start taking out these defenders here. They keep doing great work, and Polly needs to find some more if they want to continue this aggression. Dashing coming out from Genji, self-destruct coming in from D.Va. Is it going to find anything? Nope. I think that might have just been to save the life, but there we go. They are just going to be able to hold on this point. D.Va stalling it out for as long as possible as the mech does finally go down, as does Mini D.Va, and they're going to continue to round these corners. A lot of ults on board, though.
Yes, a lot of ults available for Elysium Gaming. There's going to be a very interesting thing. I wonder if they're going to let the payload get right next to it for the second point, and then maybe start to use all these ults. As Nano Boost is going to be hit by the soldier. Cyrus is going to be up top. Combination of the tactical visor, trying to pick up more than one person. Only going to pick up Ornstein right now, but Boss is going to pick up a double kill. Braxton's going to trade that out. However, Polly's going to take out Niles, and just like that, it looks like Fireborn Gaming are going to be forced to retreat.
Yep, they have been repelled once more. 1 minute 26 seconds left on the clock and not too far to go. Although this is one of the more difficult parts of the map to try and get at when you're on the attacking side here. Polly able to take Bobo out on the retreat. They are going to continue to go for this little skirmish here. Fire strike sails through, does a little bit of damage, but they are going to heal that straight up. Izzy does have that sound barrier, but the ult favor is on the side of Fireborn as they start to look to go for this fight. The sleep comes out into the Winston, instantly woken up, but all the ults are going to come out now. Sound barrier for both teams as they go for this skirmish. Cyrus takes an early pick off onto Ornstein as the nano boost comes through. Pulse bomb doesn't find its mark, but Pez is going to go down nonetheless as Polly able to get the flank on. Polly is going to use his pulse bomb well, and they are going to find all the kills they need to continue this hold. Polly finds another and another on top of that. Cyrus going to close it out very nicely, and they are going to be really happy with that performance from Polly on the defense.
Yeah, so Polly's been a very annoying little nuisance around the back right now, just constantly taking out Pez on there, taking out like all the supports, taking out a bit more of the squishies, and just being, yeah, just being that little annoying thing. You just know he's around the back, so at least one person can come in. But that was a lovely distraction as well, as multiple kills are gonna go down. Polly picking up another kill, just sitting in the back as well. And even if Polly's like not getting the direct kills, he's doing enough damage for his teammates to support and just completely wipe team, as Cyrus and Boss are going to clean out the last 2 kills. And I don't think Fireborn are going to have enough time, as however, there is still one person on it sneaking around.
Yeah, just jumping about, trying to find that time. They do manage to get someone in. Self-destruct sequence, though, is going to go on top of the cart. They still continue their overtime, but it's going to get shut out finally. Nano boost comes through, and there we go. Round 1 complete, and it is going to be over to Elysium Gaming to take the aggression.
Yes, Elysium Gaming doing pretty well for the for that first defensive side. Still though, Fireborn Gaming got it pretty far, just over 1, just short the second point as well. So it's a very good effort. However, it needs to be something to shut down this tracer right now, as Cyrus and Polly are just being complete machines on the tracer right now, and just being a very annoying nuisance, attacking Pez and Niles all the time.
It's just sort of, yeah, they always manage to get those picks in, and Bobo just isn't doing the same amount of work for his team. Might be an idea to try and trade it up, try and go for something else, but no, they're going to stall on that. Ornstein has had a really good showing on Soldier, actually, consistently. Hopefully they can pull it through and hold this defense, but we'll see what they're able to pull out. Obviously, this being a best of 5 with Elysium, having that 1 map win so far that we saw just before this, and hoping to take a second here. If they can push it past the distance required, they will be able to take that 2-0 onto the 3rd map, which I believe is Lijiang Tower.
So we're going to get a control, at least we're going to get 1 control point, so it's going to be very interesting. But I think this is all going to go down to the first couple of fights. I think if Fireborn do get shut down on the first point, I think they're going to really struggle to get any momentum.
Well, they're going for the momentum straight up, as that triple DPS coming out. Cyrus, Polly, and Boss all opting to go for those various DPS, but Polly trading onto the Genji rather than sticking on that Tracer. Cyrus probably more comfortable there. I really like the Pharah pickup. Even though you've got Ornstein on Soldier, you can probably suppress him if you're going for that straight up dive comp around the side, and they are going to start their aggression. They do have a little bit of nuisance on the back line in the form of Bobo. He's not going to be able to do too much just yet, as Boss is able to find the first pick. The defensive side losing health across the board. Pez taken very low, trying to do his best, but Polly is going to take down the Reinhardt, follow it up with Pez, and they are left completely flagging. 2 players on the point. They're just going to go for this cap, and that is an incredibly quick take here for Elysium Gaming.
Yeah, so the Pharaoh for Boss was such a big pick, as you were mentioning earlier. Boss deciding forces the Reinhardt back with the force the shield up, as they use the range really well altogether. So literally Reinhardt got forced back, then you got Tracer in front of you, Winston decided to dive in, and then they just piled all the pressure into that corner, and they were trapped. There was nowhere to go.
Bobo able to pick up a triple kill there, trying to turn it into a quadra onto Mr. Beck. Going to be able to do it. The Discord is sat on top of him, but no, Mr. Beck able to close that one out. They're going to continue to push this cart. Ornstein takes one down, but they lost 3 in the process. Make that 4 as Ornstein falls to the Winston. They are just going to push.
Here's your main problem now. Fireborn are going to have such a long spawn. They're going to have at least 10 to 15 second spawn delay coming back into the next fight. And as you were saying, Elysium haven't even got to get to the end of the point. They've only got to get to, like right near the second cap point to win this map.
Well, they are starting to get pretty close. It's not looking so strong right now. Shovox's Earth Shatter needs to come up, and they need to do work with it. The kills are going to start to come through. Dragon Blade as well. Shovox finds the first kill. Ornstein on the second, but there's Polly coming in on towards Brackets. Not able to find anything more with the Dragon Blade. Nano Boost comes out onto Shovox. Taken very, very low. Is not taken down just yet as Bobo finds Mr. Beck. The charge comes through, the Nano Boost and the Ana just saving his life. Boss able to take out Pez, and they are going to continue their aggression. Winston leading the charge on towards the Reinhardt as Boss finds a second. Now it's War Spirit to follow it up, and they are going to continue their push. The defending forces getting shut down. 4 players on the cart. They're going to round the corner, taking it very, very close. Just Zarya left, and it's not going to be enough. War Spirit closes out for us, and Elysium Gaming take it 2-0. One more map stands in the way of them and qualifying for the EGX finals.
Yes, indeed. Great work by Elysium Gaming. As you were saying as well, the Farah pick, such a huge change, I think, for that round. Just caused a nuisance, and it didn't really have anything to shut it down. Like that elimination tracer, that's gone. So the only thing that could really target Boss was the Soldier, but the Soldier's got to deal with much more on the ground more than in the air, unfortunately. But Cyrus is going to be your play of the game, as we're going to see what's going on. Double kill coming into effect there. Probably going to make this a triple kill. Just constant chasing down people as well. Very, very frustrating.
And this is something we've seen time and time again. They go and take their aggression on the first point, and then most of the team goes and runs distraction towards the back. They have made it work time and time again, and across all teams, and it seems to be the go-to way of capturing these points, because obviously you're fighting on the point, you're not getting capture time. You leave someone further back, like an Ana who can heal at range, and you're fighting off the point, you're getting that consistent capture, you're making that ground, getting that percentage on the board, and really doing a lot of work for your team. I think we're just going to pop to a quick couple of ad breaks so all the players can catch their breath, and we can too. So we will be back in just a couple of minutes, so don't go anywhere. We'll get into map 3 on Lijiang Tower in just a moment.
Oh, no! Gaming doesn't have to be like this. Are those tears? We need a machine that can keep up with you. The new OMEN X. All those hours of training are about to pay off. Don't rage quit. Get the OMEN X. Dominate the game.
All right, welcome back. A couple of players managed to just grab a drink, grab a little bit of a team talk, and maybe try and regroup. Fireborn are at a 2-0 deficit in this final of the second qualifier for the road to EGX against Elysium. This being a best of 5, we are going to go into map 3 on Lijiang Tower, and it is going to be, well, Fireborn's last chance to come up and come up big. We are just loading into the map now, and hopefully we'll be able to get underway on this. The only control point on the roster, if Fireborn do manage to take this, we will be heading over to Hanamura and seeing what they can pick up there. Interesting to look at what team comps they're going to bring out, because control point necessitates a little bit of a switch up, and I think we might see that. Well, yeah, we are going to see the triple tank coming out for Team Fireborn, whereas don't think we're going to see that Symmetra on the control point. It's going to be swapped out, I imagine. But I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw Boss going over onto that Reaper and seeing what he can do.
I like this idea. I like this idea from the Mr. Beck as well with the Symmetra. So if you can get inside, point turrets everywhere, it's going to be an absolute nightmare to deal with.
Maybe they, they've got that 2-map lead. They've got a little bit of a little bit of leeway. Maybe they're going to try something crazy, but no, they are just going to swap it back onto the triple DPS. So let's see how that stacks up against the triple tank of the side of Fireborn Gaming. They are going to meet outside, and there's the hook coming across, able to shut down War Spirit. Cyrus finds one in return. Now they're going to continue just to pepper away as Izzy able to close it out onto Shovox. The rest of them just going to be falling back as Izzy comes up with 2 kills. Polly finds one as well, and all of a sudden it looks like once more Elysium Gaming have a commanding position going into this map.
Yes, indeed. So it's going to be quite interesting. Because this is like the first time I've actually seen, I think, both teams almost play on a control point. So it'll be very interesting to see how they're going to both play. But right now, Elysium Gaming just have a pretty good stronghold on the map itself. The Winston's trying to dive in, however, with no support going in right now. Diving in, not going to be able to pick anyone up. War Spirit is going to get hooked though, as Ornstein's going to pick up a double kill. Polly's already got an ultimate ability, but again, going to get traded out by Ornstein's ultimate as well. Surprising if they see no mercy either.
Well, they are going to be left lacking as Bobo able to get those 2 kills with the Helix rockets as well on the back, trying to pick off Cyrus, making a nuisance of himself, just holding it back. 40% is going to be the amount that they have on the site, and they are going to continue to try and contest this. Loads of kills, though, going over to the side of Fireborn, as they are going to continue their capture. It's going to go through 47%. They have a little bit of a way to go, but it's not too much of a deficit.
No, that 47% is a good time. However, Fireborn could potentially get in their stride now. They need this confidence booster. They're already down to 2 maps currently, so it's not looking good for them. I like this switch up as well. Boss still staying on the Farah itself. No Zarya though. This could, not sure how this ultimate is going to come into play. But just as I said that, the ultimate is used. Only going to pick up though Brax, as only 1 kill is going to come in favor. Make that 2 for Mr. Break. Make that 3, 4. It just looks like the thing with Elysium Gaming is once they get the 1 kill, they manage to roll the next kill and the next kill and the next kill. They're very good at doing this.
They're placing their kills very well. They're getting around the side, they're getting the picks they need, and they're capitalizing on the distraction that causes. And they're really just executing it very well. Fireborn just getting completely caught by surprise every single time, and well, it's not going to go well if they continue to do so. 64% on the clock. Pulse Bomb not going to find its mark, so that could be a little bit of a gap that Fireborn could try and exploit now. They are going to jump on towards this point as they do try and find those picks that, well, Elysium are so good at, but Elysium come up on top. So Pez goes down first, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. They do manage to continue it, and the Roadhog soon to follow. Dragon Blade on Polly, Niles falls, and now it's just Zarya standing, gets taken down very quickly. Polly finds another, and they just repel another push. 90% now on the clock. They're going to have to get to the point. Don't think they have time to get there. They're going to have to run, but there's no time. Mr. Beck takes out Shovox, and that was their last hope. 100%, and that is going to be Elysium Gaming taking the first round on this capture point, moving them just ever closer towards that final pickup of the qualification to the EGX final.
Yes, it was great work by them indeed. I think the problem with Fireborn right now, they are getting the kills, but they're not getting them. Maybe impact kills is probably the best way to say it. So they're getting like the kill on the Winston, and but they're not taking out any like supports. They're not taking out any DPS. Meanwhile, I think the other way around, and Elysium Gaming are more targeting impactful kills, so they're taking out the supports very quickly, where you have Cyrus sitting there trying to take out Pez and Niles, and they're just trying to specifically put it in order to get kills, which make it maybe easier to then wall over the extra kills and make 5 or 6 deaths come into play.
The Farrah isn't able to get any knockoffs on the bridge. They do push on, and Boss able to get the first pick off though, despite that, and War Spirit and Mr. Beck just following through, and they're just getting wiped. Bobo finds one, but it's not going to be nearly enough as Cyrus takes down Brackets. Just going to leave Bobo alive, and they just have a convincing hold on the point. Looks like Fireborn. Well, they might be fire dead.
Oh, I like that. But Fire's not out yet for them. They've still got an opportunity. But right now, Pez is going to pick out Boss, so that's a good start for them. The issue, I think, right now is as I watched the kill feed, the first person that went down was Lucio. Then it was the Anna as well by Pez. So they are still targeting supports, which is going to become a big issue. Bobo is going to take out the Mr. Beck though, as finally Fireborn are look like they're going to be potentially getting into this point. Only Polly's sitting on this point now, right now, but the side of Elysium Gaming are coming into play right now. Kills are just going in favor once again. I don't know what it is, John. What caused them just to get?
I think Polly honestly has just been doing so much work on this Genji. We saw, like, despite the fact that he was kind of the only guy on the point against a couple of players, he just managed to dash through, get 2 kills, and able to charge up his ultimate to full. And now I imagine they're going to be able to repel yet another push, take themselves to at least 70-80%, as Nano Boost is probably going to go over onto the Reinhardt as they charge it in, but I don't think it's going to meet too much agreement from the enemy side as they start to go for the skirmish. Polly takes an early kill, and Boss Ruse follows it up, and that is going to be completely another incredible hold coming through. They just can't find their way in, and Fireborn Gaming, they need to do something, they need to do it quickly, otherwise they are just going to be shut out completely here. 72% and counting, a lot of ults, 6 ultimates on the defense, and they are going to find that incredibly difficult. I don't think they're going to be able to do it here.
We will see indeed, but I love what Boss has been doing. He's been using the range of the Farrah itself, just being constant nuisance, just forcing people to go down lanes as well. And here we go, Polly is going to go for the ultimate, picking up one, picking up a second kill, potentially going for third. Mr. Beck picking up 3 with shots going on. Grabton Surge is also going to come in as Boss. He's going to pick up more kills, and just like that, that's going to be the second round going in a favor of just unbelievable right now. I don't know how you can stop this. Showing their dominance of
they're trying to counter the Farrah. They picked up a McCree, they picked up a soldier, but it just didn't work. They have such a solid line and such a strong showing from Elysium. They're just outclassing Fireborn at every turn. They can't seem to find their way in. They're just completely reading them like a book and able to shut it out entirely. Maybe they'll be able to do a little bit better on Control Center, but they're going to have their work cut out for them. Maybe they're going to try and go for a switch up in the roster, and it is actually, yeah, they are going to put Ornstein on that Genji and Shovox on that Diva, which is a stark change up from the triple tank that we saw before. And hopefully they'll be able to come out with something big, and Mr. Beck is going to go for that Sombra. Finally, we see it come out.
First time we see a Sombra in the grand final and all tournament long. Which Sombra, Sombra has become more in favor, especially during like the Apex tournaments that we've been seeing. It's such a key nuisance, so you can take down the Reinhardt shield, you can take down Winston, you can shut any of the ultimates down. It's such a big opener to people that people don't really expect it. But Boss is going to pick up the Diva, and the Diva mech is going to get also eliminated just like that once again. It's straight away in control, and Fireborn Gaming running out of time.
Feels like a morale problem. I mean, they just got shut out so much faster than they have done on any other map here, and I just think that they have yet to come in and try and actually, you know, come in with that positive attitude. I think that might be that they're flagging here because they have taken quite a hiding so far, contesting, coming out.
Maybe
but it's
the long
just
break. Maybe it could have been the long break because we did have like a good hour and a bit break between each game. So maybe it's the longer game that just not settled in. They maybe not got the right attitude going into this.
Well, there's the EMP, and it's going to prevent a lot of abilities coming through. Polly finds one, traded back, self-destruct sequence is going to find a kill. Cyrus is going to take down a mech as well, and Bobo trades it back. They are on the point, but it doesn't look like they're doing too much. The mech for D.Va isn't going to go down to the pulse bomb. There's a nano-boosted Lucian, and that is going to be... Sorry, Lucio. And that is going to be pretty disastrous in terms of a wasted ultimate there. Polly has his Dragon Blade. Izzy has the sound barrier. Niles and Ornstein have the same, so they're going to try and go for that even matchup on the ults.
Yeah, so you've just got the Winston coming in the back right now, going to get shut down. I think they've just lost maybe composure Fireborn game, and they're not going in as a 6. They're struggling just to go in, just going in one by one. They're just getting shut down, probably the quickest way. Already another EMP coming into effect. That's going to have no more ults once again.
Wow. Look at that. They are just cleaning house right now. And Ornstein, sorry, Boss is just going to be around the back finding all the picks. And Mr. Beck, so crucial on that first part of the engage. Polly able to take out Bobo, and Winston trying to get onto the point, but denied by Mr. Beck. On that Sombra, they're going to keep trying to go through. Dragon Blade and Sound Barrier coming out for the attacking forces. Ornstein able to take out Mr. Beck. This is their last chance. Fireborn need to get on now. Mech gets taken down by Cyrus, as does Mini D.Va, and now they are left flagging, trying their best to find anything they can, put their foot in the door, try and push it open. Bracket's able to take down Polly, getting on towards that point. 99%. They cannot afford to step off this point at all, but they do just that as Cyrus is going to push off Niles. The overtime churns out, and there we go. Elysium Gaming take home the victory. They're going to win the map, the match, and the second qualifier, going on to the EGX Finals tournament.
Yes, congratulations to them indeed, and also sending a clear message to everyone else who could be competing at the event that they are here and they do want to win the couple of grand prizes at the end. Look at your final kill cam there. Winston just showing his prowess, just getting 4 or 5 kills in combination with his teammates. But that is just fantastic work all round.
Hard to tell the story like it is. What a fantastic tournament. I don't think we've seen a map that didn't go a clean sweep to one team in across the entire bracket, which is kind of, I guess kind of weird, right? Like, you don't normally see that. You normally see towards the end it gets a little bit closer, but no. Elysium decides, you know what? We're not taking a beating, and we are going to come out strong. So that has been the qualifier 2. I have been John Allen. With me has been Dave Marr, and also earlier we've had 2 rounds who was on some of the earlier games, and obviously behind the camera we've had Switchblade Jay, who I think did some commentating earlier. So big thanks to all of you guys, and of course big thanks to OMEN by HP, dominating the game and coming in and showing us what a sponsor can do for us. And yeah, I mean, brilliant tournament so far. Hopefully we're going to see some more action coming out, and of course big thanks to all the staff and to the viewers at home. So I've been John, with me has been Dave.
Thank you very much, guys.
Make sure you tune in to the next set of the tournament. Stay tuned on the Twitter. All the information will be coming out from there. Thank you very much.
Oh, no!
Gaming doesn't have to be like this. Are those tears? You need a machine that can keep up with you. The new OMEN X. All those hours of training are about to pay off. Don't rage quit. Get the OMEN X. Dominate the game.